Hello everyone and welcome to day 3 of our Advent Calendar yoga. So I thought it'd be nice to take things super chilled today because it's Sunday and probably all feeling a little bit tired, a little bit run down from the busyness of the previous week. And it's also a really nice restorative practice that we're going to do today to hopefully give us a little bit more energy, a little bit more rest for the week that's coming up this week. So a couple of things that you might need to make this practice a little bit more comfortable. So something that you can use as a support for underneath the head and then behind the backs of the knees as well. So I've got a yoga bolster because that's my kind of favourite thing to use, but you can use like a couple of bed pillows stacked. You can use like a rolled up extra yoga mat if you have one, or even a rolled up towel just to put underneath the backs of the knees. And then I've just got another cushion for behind my head. Definitely want a blanket, I think, this time of year just to make it even more cozy. And then I've got an eye pillow as well, which is really nice to use. Okay, so maybe hit pause on the video if you haven't got those things already. Just go and get them. And then you want to be able to have enough space in the room that you're practicing in to be able to lie down out pretty long on your mat. So again, find somewhere that you can do that as well. Okay, and we'll get started. So basically what we're going to have a look at today is just a guided body scan relaxation practice. So we do this practice sometimes at the end of a yoga class. It's a really nice way to rest the body after working really hard, but it's also a really nice practice in its own right as well. So we basically just lie down, and then I'm just going to guide us through a practice where we just go through every part of the body and we just try and relax and soften and let go. So it's a really nice deep rest that we get from this practice. Okay, so you want to get yourself set up. So your pillow that you're going to have under your head is going to go at one end of the mat. So a little bit like I did with my breathing practice video, I'll kind of demonstrate how I would get myself set up, and then I'm going to come back up and sit so that I can guide it because it's a bit awkward doing it lying down. So you're going to come to lie down and then grab your whatever you're going to use underneath the backs of the knees and have that placed there, and grab your blanket, place that over you so you're all nice and tucked in. And then I think I've mentioned this before in the breathing practice as well, so just be careful not to allow that huge curvature in your spine. So I normally, because I've got lordosis in my lower spine, I have to kind of pick up my hips and just tuck my tailbone under a little bit. But also the support under the backs of the knees is really going to help with that as well. And then if you just shuffle your shoulders quite a few times so you've got a nice open chest. And then if you're using an eye pillow or a folded up towel, you're going to place that over the eyes, palms facing up. Okay, so get yourself set up in that position. I'm going to shuffle myself back up so that I can guide the practice for you. Okay, so there's normally a little bit of shuffling that takes place, so give yourself a couple of moments to get yourself nice and relaxed. And then when you feel ready to, you're going to gently close your eyes. And just to begin with, just feel yourself arriving here on your mat. So you can start that by just letting go of the busyness in the mind, beginning to move your attention away from those many things that are taking up space in your mind. And just bringing your attention and your focus to your breath. And if you're noticing once you've laid yourself down, you've closed your eyes, if you really start to feel that the mind is quite busy, I find it quite helpful to take those deep breaths in through the nose and then big sighs out the mouth, and just almost imagine that every exhale you're breathing out that tension. And just feeling yourself melting into the floor beneath you. When you've taken enough exhalations out the mouth, just gently closing the mouth and then just breathing nice and gently, nice and relaxed through the nose. So we're going to start our body scan practice from the soles of our feet. So I want you to bring your awareness, your attention down to your feet. And just start to become really aware of the sensations within the feet. So all the bones of the foot, feeling into the inner arch, the heel, the toes. I'm trying to get a sense of how much we use our feet. Noticing if you're gripping or holding on to tension through the feet, and then seeing if you can soften and let go. And as you breathe, try and breathe into your feet. And then moving your awareness up into the ankles. Again, you're just starting by being really aware of the sensations in the ankles. Becoming aware of any sense of gripping or holding on. And then seeing if you can soften and let go. And as you breathe, seeing if you can breathe into your ankles. And moving your awareness up through the lower legs. So up through the calf muscles, through the front of the shin. Feeling the connection of the back of the legs with either the floor or a bolster or pillow, whatever you've got underneath. And just seeing if you can, again, locate or become aware of tension. See if you can let go and allow your legs to melt over that bolster, pillow, or the floor. And bringing your awareness up through the knees. So incredibly complicated joint. And the knees that work so hard all throughout the day to hold us up and support us. And maybe we have kind of long-term injuries within there or arthritis. So taking some time again to feel into your knees. Feeling any tension, any pain, any discomfort. And again, see if you can let go. Allow the knees to just stop holding on. And then as you breathe, breathe into your knees. And working your awareness now up through the thighs, so through the quads and the back of the thighs into the hamstrings. Really powerful groups of muscles that again work hard. Feeling into the tension as it might be that we don't even realise how much we're gripping through the hamstrings, or maybe they're tight or shortened. So feeling, becoming aware of what's going on there, and then relaxing, softening. And as you breathe, breathing into the tops of the legs. And focusing your attention on where the top of the thigh starts to meet the torso. So that psoas muscle, the hip flexors, huge area of emotional storage, of tension and of tightness. So see if you can release there, let go. As you breathe, breathing into the hips. And then bringing your attention around to the back of the thighs, so where the back of the thighs start to move up and towards the torso. So feeling into the glutes, where the glutes start to join the lower back. Seeing if you can relax there. So again, be amazed at how much we tend to grip and tense up through the glutes and through the hips and through the lower back. So see if you can soften. So you shouldn't need to be having to hold any of your muscles in place. So the floor has got you, your props have got you. You should be able to just melt into the earth beneath you. So again, a few deep breaths here, breathing into that part of yourself, seeing if you can encourage it to let go. And bringing your awareness so from the lower back up into the mid back. Wrapping that awareness around to the front, into the tummy. And as you breathe, see if you can breathe to the belly, breathe into the mid-back, so you feel yourself gently pressing into the floor beneath you. Again, becoming aware of the tension there. So another area that we hold on and grip a lot is through the tummy, through the gut. So see if you can just let go, let the muscles relax, and enjoy breathing into the belly. From the belly, moving your attention up to the rib cage. Noticing the tension stored there, maybe the shortening of those intercostal muscles, maybe the lack of expansion as we breathe. And seeing if you can start to soften, and as you breathe, try and breathe into your ribs and feel them expand out to the side, out to the front, out to the back. Moving your awareness all the way up into the chest, feeling the breath in the chest. So collarbones moving away from each other as you breathe in, feeling that expansion. As you exhale, feel yourself melting the back of your chest, that space between the shoulder blades, across the backs of the shoulder blades, just melting into the floor beneath you. You're becoming aware of how much armouring there is across the heart centre, and seeing if we can soften that. So just let go, allow the heart space to be open and gentle, feeling the breath moving freely. And bringing your awareness to the tops of the shoulders, so those trapezius muscles. Very, very strong, powerful muscles that for most of us carry a lot of tension. Again, notice if they're habitually gripping or holding you into place, can you just drop them down? Bringing your awareness from the tops of the shoulders all the way down through the arms. The top of the arm, all the way down the forearms. And again, notice if you're holding your arms in place and see if you can just let them soften and melt into the floor. Breathing into the arms. Bring your awareness to the wrist, down through the palms of the hands, all the way through to the fingertips. So again, another part of the body that we carry a lot of tension, we don't even realise is the hands, particularly if you use your hands for your job, so you type a lot or write a lot, or you do craft, or me, massage therapist. See if you can let them relax, let the palms of your hands be open. Bringing your awareness to the backs of the hands, so where those hands are placed onto the floor, feeling into all the bones in the hands. And from there, moving our attention now back up into the tops of the shoulders. And then to the neck, so front of the throat, back of the neck, where the neck begins to attach up into that occipital ridge, the base of the skull. Can you soften there? Feel your head beginning to be really heavy on the floor. Moving up through the back of the head, so releasing tension all through the scalp. As you do that and soften, notice how then the forehead relaxes, cheeks relax. Relax through your jaw, through your tongue, behind the eyes. And now we just focus on our whole body, from the crown of the head to the palms of the hands to the soles of the feet. Completely relax. And as you breathe, just breathe into your entire body as one. So if you want to, you're welcome to just stay in this relaxation practice for as long as you want to. Or you can begin to bring some very small movements back into your body. So wriggling through the fingers, running the thumb across the pads of the other four fingers, bringing some sensation back to the hands. And wriggling through the toes, maybe circling the ankles. And just rolling the head from side to side, so beginning to mobilize through the head. And moving very, very gently out of this position, so carefully drawing knees one by one in towards the chest. And then moving whatever you've had over your eyes just off to the side, and then rolling over onto your side and holding there in almost like a recovery position. So just let your blood pressure and everything stabilise. And if you do suffer with low blood pressure or dizziness, roll to your left hand side. And very, very gently, very slowly, you're going to start to make your way up into your seated position. So getting yourself in a position where you can just sit for a moment, a nice long spine. And then we'll draw our hands to the Anjali Mudra, pressing thumbs into the sternum, bowing the forehead to the fingertips, closing the eyes and breathing. And just feeling the difference between how you feel now and how you felt at the start of your practice today. Taking a moment of gratitude towards yourself for giving yourself the time and space for relaxation. And then just seeing if you can keep this feeling of calm with you as you move into your Sunday evening. And see if you can keep it with you tomorrow as well. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, just bowing forward, sealing the session for today. Good, coming back up when you're ready. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that practice. You might find that you want to do it quite often. It's one of my favourites to do. Or if you've been doing your own yoga practice at home, you might want to add that in the end as part of your Shavasana practice, final relaxation. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I think what would be a bit nice to do over the next couple of days, everything we've been doing so far has been kind of seated or lying down relaxation practices. So I think it'd be nice to get the body moving tomorrow. So we'll have a look at some simple stretches that we can do over the next few days. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Namaste.